Good morning, Wisdom Wednesday. Hey, we're back with another Q&A. You all, I told y'all I was going to come back with some more questions, answers from you all. These questions this week came from the YouTube channel. Hey, I'm back. I know I look tired, okay? Had to get this video done this morning, but I told y'all I was coming with these videos. I've been so busy. But I promise you all that I am going to keep trying to enlighten, educate as much as I possibly could, okay? So I'm going to keep flowing with these videos. As long as you all keep the comments, the questions coming, I'm coming. I got y'all, all right? So this morning we have Drew Sutton, all right? Drew wanted to know, he said, why did you become a law enforcement officer? I touched on this a little bit in one of my earlier videos about getting to know who I was, but I went into law enforcement because I truly love to help people. Originally, I thought that I was going in the nursing field until I realized that I had a weak stomach and I didn't like to see anything gross. So I said, you know what? That can't be for me because you're going to see some nasty looking stuff in the medical field. So I chose law enforcement. Believe it or not, the law enforcement field, you do help a lot of people. I guess it's kind of up to the officer, but it is a field where you can and you have the potential to help a lot of people. So that was the reason I went into law enforcement. It's kind of crazy because I've even asked myself, like, you know, if I wasn't in this field right now, what would I be doing? And before now, I always say, well, I love to encourage people and I love to motivate people. But I was like, I don't think that I would want to be a counselor. But I always, had a connection with the kids, the teens and things. And I was a youth director at my church years ago because for some reason the kids would listen to me. But now, ever since my traffic stop, it took things on a whole nother level. And I'm having to, I'm able to connect with people of all ages and help people in a lot of different ways. So that's real satisfying to me. So it turned out in a whole different way, but on a greater scheme, a scale of things. So to answer your question, Drew, I love to help people. I really do. Law enforcement has been just, it's been great for me. I started out, I recap a little bit from that earlier previous video. But I started out as a deputy sheriff. I started out in the jail for about 2 years, correction officer. Then I went on patrol for roughly about 2 years, where I did a very, very great job. There was a vacancy for vice and narcotics. I applied for that position, and because of my stats and because how well I did on patrol, I was selected for that position. And where I went into narcotics, I made a lot of trafficking cases. I did very well. I worked alongside a lot of other federal agencies during that time. And then I went on to U.S. Customs and Border Protection in 2014. And that's where I've been for the last 6 years. So I've done a lot. I've been a lot of places. I have a lot of different kind of experiences. I know a lot of people question that on YouTube, but we're not worried about that. I know what I've done. My employers know what I've done, and they know my work speaks for itself. So we're going to say that. So Drew, very good question. I know a lot of times people want to know, who are you? What have you done? So that's that. We've got another question from Marlon Simmons. So what are we going to do about it? And what Marlon is asking is about what's going on with this Black Lives Matter and the movement and the injustice of blacks and browns. Marlon, what I can say to you is what I want to do. But I can't tell you exactly what I want to do. I do have a plan. I do have a master plan. I do have what I feel like would help and would change things. And that's along with a lot of other people. There are a lot of other people that's been at this for a long time, but I got a slightly different spin. And I've listened to a lot of stuff. I've listened to a lot of other people's agendas or motives or whatever their goals and their plans. But I've been here and I've been doing this, and there are some things, and I know you all just don't quite understand, why the police don't speak up, why they don't say anything. I am in a slightly different position, must I say. I'm on the federal level and I'm not patrolling. So my per se law enforcement position is slightly different. And it's more than slightly different from that patrolman, okay, from that street cop. It's going to be different. He's responding to calls, okay? He needs his backup. He's relying on those other partners that entire shift. So he's going to be less likely to say anything if his life then is going to be in danger. And that's a fact. You all don't understand. You haven't wore the uniform, the badge, and the gun, and you don't understand. But what I'm here to do is to try to help you all understand. I think that understanding, that's going to help bridge that gap. The relationship building is going to bridge that gap, okay? The law enforcement, the accountability, that's going to help bridge that gap. But my master plan will only be shared with somebody that can make it happen. I'm not sitting down here just around this table and let's talk about all these issues and it ain't going nowhere. Okay, because that's what's been happening. There's a lot of talk. There's been a lot of talk, but nothing's being done. So those days are over. We know it's a problem. When there's a problem, you solve it, right? So what we've been doing is sitting around talking about the problem, talking about the problem. But we got to solve the problem. And it's going to take all of us. It's going to take, I'm receiving a lot of experiences from all over, from the military, to the corporate world, to law enforcement. You all have been sending so much stuff, and all that stuff is going to be useful. It's going to be useful. Once, I've told you all before, I'm very positive. You all have to be too. If you start saying, ain't nothing going to happen, ain't nothing going to change, well, then you just go sit in the corner and just tuck your hands. If that's the way you feel. Because you can't obviously be a part of what's trying to be done if you have a negative attitude and if you have a negative mindset. So I truly believe that the change is here. I can, just over the last few years, and we talk about what has really transpired and what's being done right now. Okay, there has been change. It has. It may not be a great amount of change, but the change has happened. So you got to continue to be positive and continue to trust that, hey, I'm here trying to help. There are others that's trying to help. All we can do is be patient and hope that what I'm saying, what you all are saying, what you all are asking, the right person here and say, hey, I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear what these others have to say. Maybe we can put all this together and some change can happen. You know what I mean? That can get us down the right path. So just that, Marlon, I want to give you more. But just know that just like I told you all back in 1st of August that I wasn't going to stop. I'm not going to stop. It's almost October. I'm still rolling these videos like I told you all I were. And you all are still being supportive and showing a lot of love, and I really do appreciate that. And we're going to keep with the Q&A. I've got to go to work this morning. I got to hit this road to Huntsville. So I only did 2 questions. I'm going to keep the video short, not too long and drawn out. I've got so many other good questions, and I'm going to pump these videos, but I'm trying, y'all. When I tell you, this ain't like me having to get up first thing in the morning because I know I look tired, but first thing in the morning to get this video done. But I'm dedicated to you all, okay? I'm really dedicated to you all. I'm going to get it done. And I had a young lady stop me. I'm going to say this and I got to go. But I had a young lady stop me at work in the airport in Huntsville last week. And she said, could you please do a video on what can I do or what should be done if you do call the police and the police comes in your home? And then she also asked, she wanted a video on, your laws with carrying a pistol, having a license to carry a weapon, okay? So that's going to come too, okay? I can't get it all on this one. And I got several other questions, but I was personally stopped on that one. That wasn't YouTube. I was personally stopped on those 2 questions. But if you're watching, I don't know her name, but if you're watching, I will be coming with those videos as well. But for you all, y'all keep the love going. I mean, hey, I got to give a shout out. I said it. Y'all asked for it. Canada. Hey, I love y'all. My very good friend, he's Canadian, Andrew. He's from Toronto. We've been friends about 10 years. So much love to Canada, because that's a special country and place for me. Because Andy has been a great friend to me. I love Andy. Jamaica and Africa, y'all hit me up on YouTube and say, hey, I want some love. I'm giving y'all love. Keep showing it. Hey, I want to receive it from everywhere, because I'm here. I told you I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care how big I get. I don't care how small I get. I'm here. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I love y'all. Keep sending the love. See y'all later.